What is up, my pizza? Is the one and only Fresh coming at you guys with another About Me. And man, it's been a long time since I made an About Me. I haven't made any YouTube videos since the last episode, TKWE, which got messed up. Can't redo it because I won't have the same reactions. So, yeah. But some stuff that's happened to me over the past few days. Halloween wasn't such a peachy thing for me. I didn't go trick-or-treating because it gets really bad here when it comes to like the trick-or-treaters and everything. People like when the ghetto neighborhoods start coming in, so didn't go trick-or-treating. And yeah. And got in a fight with my friend Simone and her boyfriend and everybody. So, now none of us are friends and they all hate me, which is on, it's on them, it's their problem, not mine. So, yeah. But anyways, yeah. Not too much has happened to me since, since last time I made it about me. Yeah. But I have been, really just working on my photography because, photography is a great hobby of mine and, I very much enjoy doing it. And I'm also a portrait poser. I've told you guys that before. I do my own self-portraits. And that's been going pretty good for me. I've made lots of good portraits, stuff like that. So, yeah. Yeah. I think that, that is boring. Okay, yeah. Anyways, so today's Monday, and I'm kind of just waiting for this day to end. I didn't really do anything today. All I did was like school and then just chilled in the house. And it was actually cold yesterday and the day before. It was cold, which is kind of like a first in a while. So yeah. So it's cold. Today's not that bad. But tomorrow, that's when I really have things to do. Let's see, tomorrow. Well, it's not only faking it and everything, but I will be obviously, chilling throughout the day. Once it hits like 5 o'clock, then I'll be going over to the old apartments again, where I will be hanging out with a friend of mine. We planned a day to hang out, so we're gonna hang, and then I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna get my awkward on and then faking it. Which this is gonna be an amazing episode of faking it. Told you guys what was gonna happen. So excited. So yeah. Oh my gosh, man. I woke up this morning and my eye was like bruised. It still is. It's my left eye and like it's bruised. Like it hurts really bad. I felt like someone punched me in the face. I didn't do anything yesterday that could have made my eye like this, but yeah. It's all bruised now. So that kind of sucks. And yeah. So I decided instead of getting rid of my action figures or just putting them away, I'm going to do what Grim does and just like collect action figures. It'll just be another hobby of mine, Try to give myself things to do now that I have no one to hang out with. And yeah. So, not really too much to talk about. Except I heard KBW wasn't over yet. They just haven't made like episodes in a while, but they're going to be. It's because Cage and AK-47 have been really busy since they've gone pro. which, I guess makes sense. But, I think that they should just make the last episode already because they're going to be too busy to continue backyard wrestling. And I know the other superstars are not going to continue without the two main wrestlers. So, yeah. And KBW's definitely had a long run. I mean, I was lucky to be able to be a part of all the exciting action that they brought to us. I mean, I was just a fan who watched the videos and made talks, and all of a sudden, you know, they made me famous in a way, I guess you could say. I got a lot of subscribers on my old channel. After getting hacked, I had to start over again, which was very upsetting for me. But, got a new start. And, yeah, I'm glad that I did. So now I don't have to worry about anything. But I think I have installed viruses into my computer by going on, like, certain gaming websites. Because it's just been running really slowly. And it wasn't like that a week ago. About a week ago. So, yeah. A potato flew around my room. Sorry, I love that song. So, yeah, I don't have too much to say. I didn't really think this through. I just got really bored and wanted to make a video. But I'm really hoping I don't run into, like, my former friends, I guess you could say, around the neighborhood because, I'm afraid they're going to, like, make fun of me and stuff now that we're not friends. So, that's what I'm a little worried about. My mom's trying to get me out the house to do stuff. And it's just hard because when you have anxiety, just, like, you don't want to go anywhere and do anything. I'm not a loner. I'm quite happy with the people in my life. Just because I'm not friends with losers, like the ones who hang around here, doesn't make me a loner. I mean, I'd rather have 5 real friends than a gazillion losers, Catching my drift here. So, yeah. But I'm trying to find new songs to put on my phone. Yeah. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna get my phone. Okay, I got my phone. And I'm gonna name off my new song list from the last time I made a song. I didn't make a song. I don't make songs. I can't sing. The last time I told you guys my song list. I think I told you guys this already. But I have Bleeding Love, where I think is it Wherever You Go? Yeah, it's Wherever You Will Go and everything by The Calling, but I got Boyce Avenue's cover because it sounds better. Got Here Without You, It's Not Over, Just a Kiss, Kiss Me, Let Her Go, Like I Can, which is a new song by Sam Smith, Magic by Tiffany Alvord, More Things to Say by Boyce Avenue, Tiffany Alvord, My Heart Is, I got a lot of Tiffany Alvord songs, and then Take Me Away by Lifehouse, and then Wanted by Hunter Hayes. I like some country music. So, yeah. I'm trying to look for new songs. I like the older songs for some reason. I just find them to be better. And so, I've been watching a lot of, like, the Billboard music, like the little Billboard montages or whatever from, like, 2010, 11, and stuff like that. So, yeah. Trying to find more. Take it from me. Okay. So, don't got very much to say. I don't know. Didn't really think this through. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get more like music on my phone. I have nothing to say. I didn't come with a prepared story for you guys. Um, that's just kind of a waste. But yeah, I was like jamming out to like 2010 music, everything today, so that was cool. And yeah, um, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna try and think of something I can talk to you guys about. Okay, so last night I had another gay dream, and this will make this my third gay dream once again. If you guys out there have like gay dreams, like it doesn't make you gay, just it has a totally different meaning and it represents something different. It doesn't mean you're gay or you're like secretly gay deep down inside. No, if you're heterosexual, then you stay heterosexual. Don't become anyone different just because someone wants you to. Because that's what happened to me. But it turns out that's what I wanted. So that's just like a 1 in a million chance. But yeah, I'm not really concerned about the fact that it was a gay dream. I'm concerned about the fact that I was like taking shots of tequila in there. Like, okay, so basically, I was in my old apartment hanging out with some friends. And I went into the office. I said, I was skating and everything. They were riding their skateboards. I was doing awesome tricks like I used to when I was, an artistic skater. And I was like, yo, guys, I'll catch up with you guys later and everything. And I went into the office to look for my friend that I'm going to be hanging out with on Tuesday and everything. And apparently she wasn't in. She was one of the workers there. And there was 3 other, employees there, I should say. And, they said she wasn't there, and I'm like, oh, well, can I play pool? And they're like, yeah, because they have like a pool table upstairs and everything, which is really cool. I used to play pool all the time when I used to live there, and so I went up there. It looked totally different from the way I saw it. That's because it was a dream and everything. So yeah, and I was just playing pool and everything, and then I was sitting on the ground taking shots of tequila for some reason. I have no idea why, because I am 1,000,000,000% against all kinds of drinking. I don't like drinking, and it's wrong, okay? Underage drinking is illegal, so that's why the dream didn't make any sense. Okay, and to be honest with you, I have tried tequila by accident. One of my family members had a McDonald's cup sitting on the counter, and I thought that it was like soda or whatever. So I took a sip, and it turns out it was tequila, and I was like, bleh, oh my god, it tasted so bad. But in the dream, like it was like so real. Like I swear I tasted it in my dream, and then I was putting it in my Gatorade, which was like the orange kind of Gatorade. It was orange Gatorade. And I put it in my Gatorade. I shook it around. I was drinking it from the Gatorade. Okay, which like really doesn't make any sense. And then one of the employees comes up, and I had a blanket with me for some reason. It's like magically appeared or something. And I was just, chilling there. And apparently, like, this makes no sense. I'm not understanding this. Apparently, like, long story short, I don't remember too much of what happened in that part. But it's just like, okay, I said, okay, I admit it. I really, really, really like you. And I was like, wait, what? This is an employee. She was like in her 20s, and I'm in my teens. That's illegal too. And I covered myself up with a blanket out of pure embarrassment. But there's like a little opening where I could see what was going on, and she was just smiling, okay? And then she bent down towards me, or she took my hand, and for some reason, I don't know. I know how like homosexual sex works. I do when it not only from male to male, but female to female. And they like for some reason they like lick each other's fingers and like put it in their mouth, and they're like, what the heck is that? And that's exactly what happened to me. And then she walked away after that, where I was woken up by one of my family members to do school But yeah, so that dream really just shook me up. Okay? It shook me up and it has me like thinking so much right now. I'm not concerned about the whole gay thing because, that's really not worried about it. But it's the fact that I was doing underage drinking and, you know, whatever would have happened next after that, if I would have stayed in the dream, probably would have been very illegal. So I'm just like wondering what is going on with me. I tried to talk about it with my mom, and she knows a lot of the meanings of dreams and everything, like what certain things in your dream means. And she didn't know what the whole tequila and adult thing meant. So she's gonna ask someone she knows about it. And hopefully it's something bad. Because it's not my fault, okay? But I was doing some research on, those types of dreams today. And some people seem to believe, which kind of makes sense. Some people seem to believe that the person that's in your dream, like if you had like a sex dream about the same gender or whatever, sorry, I still have head cold. If you start to like have dreams about the same gender, like sex dreams and whatnot, like they say that person, whoever you dreamt about, is a reflection on yourself or a certain type or part of your body, which kind of makes sense, like, whatever you're having a dream about, just it has a reflection on you. So say you dreamt sexually about your best friend, maybe they're like, that reflects something off of you. So it kind of makes sense, kind of doesn't, like, it doesn't make too much sense for me because I'm having a hard time understanding what they're trying to say, but it also does make sense because, to have a reflection of yourself and your body. So yeah, all these dreams have been concerning me. It made me question my sexuality and everything. And my mom said just put that in a box and just let it go, everything. But I can't help it, okay? I can't just like be in denial of, my sexuality for until I'm 18. Of course, I'm not going to experiment. I've never experimented on another gender that was the same gender as me. I've never experimented on anyone. But if I was going to, I don't even think I would. Because I'm not like, okay, I'm not like too open about my sexuality. Like, I am open about it, but not like tell the entire universe. I'll tell some people, but yeah. In fact, like, okay, so for me, my sexuality is I'm choosing to be a full out lesbian. Just throwing that out there. But I'm not making it official. You see, when the whole homosexuality thing comes up, if you choose to be, a homosexual, like, it means that your body has more of the X chromosome than the Y chromosome and stuff like that. But you don't have to feed into that, Being gay will, when people tell you that you were born gay, that's a lie. There's no such thing. Being gay is a choice. You know how I know that? Because I wasn't gay during the summer. Like last summer, when I was doing HTWF talks on my old channel, I wasn't gay. But at the end of the summer, something happened to me. During the summer, something happened to me. And by the end of the summer, I was questioning my sexuality for months, and here I am today declaring myself a lesbian. So, being gay will always be a choice. And my mom wants me to make the choice to not be one. So she said to just let that go. Don't try and feed into it by listening to like gay music and watching gay shows. But I don't know. So yeah. So the dream kind of shook me up a bit about what happened and everything. But this wasn't my first time having a sex dream. Like, I had one sex dream about having sex with the same gender. Another one was about dating the gender. And this one was being an adult and not really sexual stuff happened, she kind of just like took my middle finger and just like, you know, kind of had a little fun with it, you know? Basically, all she did was like lightly move her tongue up and down on my middle finger, which was really weird, and like put it in her mouth and stuff like that, and then like just stood up and then walked away. And I'm just like, what the frick just happened? It's kind of uncomfortable for me talking about these things just because I feel as though I'm going to be judged. Even though it's not my fault when, you can't really control what your subconscious self holds for you. But, yeah, but it felt so real. Like, I swear someone was doing something to me in real life because I felt it on my finger. And I was just like, what? I felt the tequila on my taste buds. I felt her tongue on my finger. It was weird. And I felt the blanket on me, too. It's just like, dreams are so realistic. And, yeah, so the dream kind of shook me up. And it's been having me thinking all day. I don't know what to think about this. I don't know what to think about this. I don't know what to do with this situation. It's just like too much for me to handle. But yeah. I think Backyard Wrestling Evolution might be in this live event. They said, hey, this is just now. So, hey. Yeah. There, now I'm getting it. Yeah, hey. What's up, Backyard Wrestling Evolution, BWE? And you guys are always on about me's and don't even know who you are. It doesn't matter. I don't know who half my subscribers are. But yeah. So that dream really just kind of shook me up a bit. I don't know what to think about it. I don't know how to feel about it. But even though my mom wants me to just forget about the whole homosexual thing, it's not going to happen. I won't talk about it with her. I won't talk about it with anybody else. If I ever do talk about it, it's going to be between me and another gay, Or at least someone who doesn't mind talking about it, I don't want to be talking to a homophobe about it. So, yeah. But I'm not going to just, deny what I'm choosing to be. I mean, that's just a bit messed up. So, yeah. Yeah. I've been trying to get a hold of, the WWE reviewer. She's a good friend of mine. She was my co-worker in my talks. And I keep trying to message her and everything. I sent her, let's see, every time she comes online, I send her a message. I sent her, 1, 2, 3, 4 messages, okay? Not all at once, but at different times. I've been trying to get a hold of her, and she hasn't been, listening. I don't know if she's, doesn't want to be my friend or whatever. No more reviews, huh? Nope, I am done with the talks. Not, forever, okay? I'm not, done with the talks forever. I'm just, taking a break because, you see, I'm not trying to be oh, you guys and everybody else in the world sucks and everything. I need more experienced people like TKWE and KBW, and it's been hard to find people like that, and to be honest, after TKWE, I just want to take the world's longest break from talks, okay? Because a lot of the TKWE superstars got on my case about making me talk, tell me, make it now, or it's just harassing me to make it, and I had enough, so I don't know if I'm going to continue to make talks with them. They have temporarily retired. Unless they can get more superstars, then they might come back rather next year or so. But for now, they have temporarily retired. And I don't know if I'm going to continue making talks for them when they return, or if they return in this case. But as for everybody else, I don't know if I'm going to be looking for more people to make talks for. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean, it was just last year, I don't know, last year or the year before, I don't know. I just been growing out of this stuff. I mean, wrestling is just kind of like old news for me now, Like, I don't watch WWE anymore. And there's a reason for that. But before I do, they said, well, when you come back, do BWE reviews, please. By the way, this is Seth. Okay. Well, I don't know, because I don't know if I will be coming back, because the stress from these talks is irritating, okay? Because I get stressed out a lot, and the stress can kill you, actually. But the stress has been so bad for me lately that it's been causing, stress pains. I've been getting really bad, like, stomach aches, and they're not just like, like, go to the bathroom stomach aches. They're like just straight up pain, and that's from the stress. So, yeah, and to make a talk for somebody, I don't know what to expect. I don't know if they're going to be like HTWF and TKWE, where they get in my case while making talks all the time, I don't want that. And, I know I'm like the greatest backyard wrestling commentator on YouTube and the only backyard wrestling commentator on YouTube, and no one can take my place. People can try. They can proclaim themselves the greatest backyard wrestling commentator on YouTube. In fact, I don't mind if there's other backyard wrestling commentators, but no one will be the greatest. I'm the only greatest backyard wrestling commentator on YouTube. I want to hand the torch over to somebody. I said I wanted to hand the torch over to the WWE reviewer, but, she hasn't been in business as long as I have, and she, isn't online as often as I have been or as I used to be, and she isn't as enthusiastic as I am. Even if I saw the episode already, like, if you guys go back to some of the TKWE talks where she was accompanying me in the talk, like, I'll be like, oh my god, what a punch, and she'll be like, oh my god, what a punch, it's just like, you gotta be enthusiastic about it, no matter how pathetic or crappy the move was. Okay, so to be the greatest backyard wrestling commentator on YouTube, or to even be a backyard wrestling commentator, you have to be number one. The number one most important thing in backyard wrestling commentating is enthusiasm. You have to be enthusiastic. I don't care if they punch the air. They're like, oh my god, what an air punch. Just like make a crappy move seem amazing. That's what you do. You make horrible moves seem amazing. You make amazing moves seem even more amazing, fantastic, spectacular, Like, it's enthusiasm is what brings people back. Because if you're going to be making a talk saying, oh my god, that was an amazing punch, oh, what a huge kick, oh my god, and it's quizzing, they content that, like, no. You got to be enthusiastic. The enthusiasm is what, builds the adrenaline. The enthusiasm is what gets people on edge. The enthusiasm is what makes people want to subscribe to you and come back for more, to continue watching more talks and be a part of what's going to be an amazing journey for whatever company you decide to make a talk for. It's the enthusiasm. That's the number one most important thing in backyard wrestling commentating. Another thing is that you got to be able to be online as often, okay? I understand that we're teenagers here. We got busy lives. Because trust me, I've had a lot of busy lives lately. I mean, I've been busy, and so when TKWE was always getting on my case, it was very difficult for me because, I was busy. I couldn't be online as often as I used to be able to. So, yeah. So, number one is enthusiasm. Number two is availability, okay? You have to be able to be available, a good portion of the week, at least 1 or 2 times a week, pick a day where you're going to make the talk because you don't want to keep it waiting for like months or whatever. So, yeah. Someone here? All right. So, yeah. And another thing is that you got to choose your comedies wisely because if you, there'll be a lot of companies that will come to you asking for talks and everything, and there'll be a lot of companies where you generously give them a talk to help them gain more subscribers. But a lot of those companies will take you for granted. They're saying, oh, yeah, they gave us a talk and everything. They'll be like, yeah, thanks. And then, immediately, they'll just take you for granted, start harassing you. And then if you don't do what they want, you get them angry. They'll make a hate video or whatever. So, yeah. So you got to choose your companies wisely. I prefer to choose companies that are more experienced, well trained, and young. I don't like to make talks for adults because, not trying to say that they're old and everything, that's just messed up because the WWE superstars are adults, but they're young adults, But anyways, it's not even just about that. It's that kids and teenagers, they're younger, so they're more energetic, they're more energized, okay, and that means they'll be a lot faster in the ring, and they're always proud to be there, and they, can do more shows a week because even though they have school, they still have, they have weekends off, and they have free days, and sometimes there'll be weekdays where they don't have school, and they can, hang out and make, episodes of their wrestling show. So, yeah. So to be a backyard wrestling commentator, it's a lot of work. You have to be enthusiastic. You have to be available a good amount of time. For like most of the time, you have to be available when they make talks and everything. But you got to have connections with them because you can't be on YouTube like every day of your life like I used to be. I was addicted to the computer at one point in my life, and I was on the computer like 9 hours a day. So that's how I always knew when there was a video uploaded. But you want to have connections. You see, I had connections with them. On one of my emails, I had their emails, so we, online chatted, and I had the email chat thingy on my phone so that when they chatted me, I'd get it on my phone when I wasn't at my computer at the time. So, yeah, rather that or you give them your number or whatever you use to socialize, like Kik or whatever. So, yeah. So you want to be able to have connections. Number one is enthusiasm. Okay, number one is availability. Another one is connections, and another one is like choose your companies wisely. So even if you master all four of those, then you're ready to be a backyard wrestling commentator. But you will never be the greatest unless I say you're the greatest because I created backyard wrestling commentating. I invented it. Okay. So without me, there would be no such thing as talks on backyard wrestling, the way I make them at least. So, yeah, I'll always be the greatest, but I do want to, pass the torch on to another backyard wrestling commentator. I just don't know who. I'm looking for someone who has four of those qualities. I'm looking for someone who's enthusiastic, looking for someone who can be available a good amount of the time, like can be available whenever videos are uploaded, and if they can't get to it immediately, then take your time, whenever you're free. So yeah, so I need someone who is enthusiastic, who's available, and who can get connections with their companies to know when videos are uploaded and stuff like that, and someone who will choose the right backyard wrestling companies to make talks for. So if I can find someone like that, then that's who will be the second generation backyard wrestling commentator. Hopefully I can find that type of person. And yeah. So, hopefully that happens. But for now, I don't think that Fresh will be returning. I don't think I will be returning to backyard wrestling commentating anymore. I think I'm just going to retire from here on. I might return for future KBWs, okay? But other than that, I don't think I'll be making talks for any other company. I think that, it's just backyard wrestling is just becoming such an old thing. Like, people are just forgetting about it. I tried to keep it alive, and I did the best that I could, but, I couldn't really keep, the flow going and keep it popular and whatnot. But, yeah. And I stopped watching WWE because it's become so predictable. How, you may ask? Well, demonstration here. It's always two superstars, okay? There's always just those two. It's always a couple of superstars or two superstars that, do something to each other. And then they have a feud with each other. They always have a feud right before a pay-per-view event where they pick out what's going to be the most amazing match ever at that pay-per-view. So it's just like saying, demonstration, John Cena, Randy Orton. They start a feud. Oh, wait, Hell in a Cell's coming up. They're starting this, feud right before Hell in a Cell. So, John Cena, you and me at Hell in a Cell, and then no holds bar match, and then they do some horrible things to each other to make each other mad through that time period of waiting for the pay-per-view event, and then either the good guy wins or everyone gets shocked that the bad guy wins. So, yeah. So WWE has just become too predictable for me, and, yeah. Every now and then I'll put it on if there's something else to watch and everything. It's kind of like my last resort of entertainment. So, yeah. But that's why I stopped watching WWE, and I started watching Backyard Wrestling just because I'm not really into it as much as I used to be. But, yeah. They said, can you at least do one BWE talk? Listen, guys, I'm not on the internet as much as, everyone wants me to be. I'm not on the internet 9 hours a day like I used to be. Okay, I'm not on the internet, and, yeah. But I'm retired. I can't deal with stress anymore. The Backyard Wrestling talk stress. It's just too much for me to handle everything. So, maybe you can find someone else who will make you guys talk. Okay, but I've basically done, all I can do. I'm just worn out, and I'm retired, and I don't think I'll be returning, except for, KBWs, which they really rarely ever upload, so it's not going to be a problem. But, yeah. You see, the best part about making the TKWE talks is that I actually made friends in the process. Me and T Awesome are friends, and I don't know if me and Youngblood are friends. I think we are, but, yeah. Okay, so, yeah. I don't know. I still have a hard time making friends as the fact I still have an overbite. Online verbal abuse is pretty painful to go through, but, in the real world, reality abuse is just, sucks too. So my overbite is the one thing that holds me back from, making friends. So that's why making my talks were not only fun to do, but also made me friends in the process. Even if it was online and even if we didn't live in the same states, I still had friends, and they were online friends. But I did become a huge jerk sometimes, and, now I don't have too much online friends anymore. Still off and on with the Shelbs girl. So, yeah. Friendship, off and on, not relationship. But, yeah. I mean, my phone never goes off anymore. Kind of miss my friend Lorenzo. He probably stopped watching my videos. He unfollowed me on a lot of accounts and everything, and I don't know what it was about me that made him not want to be my friend anymore. But, it's whatever. I try not to make too much online friends because it's dangerous to make friends off the internet because you never know who you could be talking to. So, I always used to video chat them. I would never tell them any of my information or my name or whatever until I video chatted them and saw them face to face. So I know that they were the age that they said they were. So, yeah. But I want to start making more friends online, just until I meet real friends. Well, they are real friends just on the internet. Friends in real life, I meant. You get it. Friends that live in my state and live around here. But, yeah. I want to make online friends, and even when I make other friends, I'm still going to talk to my online friends. They'll still still be my friends, you know? I just don't want to use any more social media websites like Movie Star Planet, Movies World, Fresh Hotel, because those are really dangerous. Some person knew my Skype name and I never gave it out to them. And they were being really mean to me, saying I was ugly and, I need to fix my jaw, which is not cool. So, say no to bullies. Yeah. Stop bullying, speak up, people. But anyways, yeah, so I always say follow me on Twitter at FLX76 because I'm kind of waiting for people to, tweet me up saying, hey, you want to be friends or whatever. Because making friends and, socializing is the most important thing to me right now. So, yeah, so that was the bright side of doing a TKW talk is that, because I had connections with them, I had to communicate with them more often to make talks. But then we also got into other conversations. And the next thing you know it, I'm friends with T Awesome. And he's an awesome, awesome friend. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm really just caught up on making friends right now. I have, let's see. How many friends do I have? Right now, I have a total of 4 friends. I'd like to have more. I don't care if they're online friends or if they're real life friends. I just want friends. I'm not so good with socializing. I don't have social anxiety, but I do have anxiety. I'm just shy is all. I'm just shy. So yeah. So making a few more friends would be great. So yeah. And I understand no one has Twitter. Everybody has Facebook. I want a Facebook really badly, but you get hacked on there so much. And anyone can find you on Facebook. So Twitter is safer than Facebook. I can tell you that Twitter will always be safer than Facebook. It's not 100%, safe, but it's definitely safer than Facebook. So, yeah. But I think that'll end it for this about me. I'm getting tired. The day is finally almost over. I've been waiting for tomorrow all day. I know you're supposed to live in the now and everything, but the now is kind of boring right now, so I'm gonna be living in the tomorrow at the moment. So yeah. But I don't know. I might consider making you guys to talk. It all depends on how I feel. But right now, I'm really just trying to make new friends, whether it's on the internet or, in real life. You know what I mean? So yeah. But on my journey of YouTube, I did make friends. I made friends with Gamer Kid and Royalty the Prince, now known as Royal the God, former boyfriend, and my best friend. My best friend. Yeah. So, yeah. And I met Shelly, T Awesome. So, yeah. Anyone else want to be my friend? Just hit me up in the comments. And that'll end this about me. So, peace out.